Welcome, and in this video we're going to go over how to set up a dedicated email for sending out contracts, marketing material, different types of emails, appointment reminders, different things like that through the system. So what you're going to do is you are going to go over to settings, and then you're going to scroll down to email services. And then by default, you can go ahead and close this, but by default, it's going to run through our system's email. But in order to get the best deliverability, what you want to do is you want to hook it up so that way you can send emails through your actual email provider. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this dedicated domain and IP right here. And what we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on dedicated domain. So what you can do is you can click add domain, and then what you want to do here is this is going to technically be called a subdomain, and we're going to be using that subdomain to send emails through your actual provider or your actual domain. So what this would look like is really simple. You can type email dot and then you would put your domain. So in our case it's trailer rental solutions.com, and then you're going to click add and verify. Now there are two ways to do this. Oops, looks like I've already used this one, so let me do I'm just going to do talk.trailerrentals. Okay, add and verify. Okay, so there's two ways to do this. When you click add and verify, you can either do it where it will log you into wherever your domain is purchased through, and it will just kind of automatically add the records that you need to add. So what you can do is you can click continue, and then what it will do is it will then redirect you to whatever your domain provider is. So if you bought your domain through Namecheap, or if you bought your domain through GoDaddy or Bluehost, or Google Domains, right? There's a lot of different options to buy a domain. So what it will do is it will basically go through and it will find where your domain is currently hosted at. For example, we have ours hosted here on Cloudflare. And so then what you can do is then you can click authorize domain. It's going to redirect you to that platform. It's going to ask you to then log in. And then once you click to log in, then it's going to take you through the process of adding the records into your system. Now, if you don't want to go through this route specifically, there is another route, and that is by adding the records manually. So let's go ahead and let's look at that. So when you click to add records manually, it's going to take you to this screen here. And then what you have to do is then you have to log in to your domain provider, and you have to edit your DNS records. Okay, so what that looks like is a little bit different than what we see here. So let me go ahead and pause this, and I'll take you over to one of the accounts, show you what that looks like. Okay, so for us, again, we use Cloudflare, and this is just an example of one of our domains. The reason I'm using this one is because we don't have anything in here that's actually hooked up. So I want to show you what this would look like. So under here, right, you would have a TXT record that you would need to set up. So you would click add record, TXT, and then this is the host name. And then if you click copy, that's going to copy all this, and this is the value. And then you'd put that in there, and then you would hit save. Okay, now I'm not going to save this, but what you would do is you would literally go through every single one of these, add them all in, the type of record, the host name, what it's going to be. If there's a priority, like with MX records, you do have to set the priority. And here's an example right here. So the priority is this section. So MX name, mail server, priority right here would be 10 because that's what it's saying to do here. And then once you've done all that, you would click verify. And then let me show you what this would look like once it's verified. All right, so once you're verified, it would look something like this, where your default provider would be email.yourdomain.com, and it would show right here that everything is set up and good to go. So again, you'll need to set this up. This will allow for better deliverability when it comes to sending out your emails, such as automating your contracts, sending out invoices, and even marketing material via email.